You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Great. So welcome everyone. It's the top of the hour. We'll get started. I'm Dia Wagas back in Houston, and I'd like to welcome you to our GlomCon seminar series. Today, our talk is titled The Ethics of Xenotransplantation in the Era of Artificial Intelligence and Quantum Algorithms. And we're very excited to welcome our speaker, Dr. Kim Solez.
I'm very pleased to be talking with you about this again. I spoke previously January 8th, 2023. And so a lot has happened between now and then. Between then and now. And so I thought I'd bring you up to date. So we, in 2022, planned a controversies conference to be held in January 2024 on the ethics in xenotransplantation. And there were two whole COP meetings, the Transplant Regenerative Medicine COP that planned this initially. We now spent the last 10, 11 months writing the white paper for that. And this is the way that white paper first page, the author page looks. You can't see the rest because it isn't accepted yet, right? So it would mislead you if I showed you exact text, and then if we ended up changing it in response to the journal review. But we have done our very best to keep up with what's going on during the writing period. So I'm not going to tell you now what the state of the world was in January 2024, but sort of what it is now in November 2024. And the paper also reflects that in that we have added things that were significant events. Our basic conclusion is that xenotransplantation is the first step toward ending the organ shortage, but is not the final destination. The final destination is regenerative medicine, stem cell generated organs, and maybe bioartificial organs. But we can't get there quite yet. We need AI and probably quantum to lead us there. But those aspects of science are moving very quickly. So we think that we will be able to do that transition from pig to human transplants to regenerative medicine organ creation. Probably history comes from a medical student working with me, Haba Mahal, and this is an abstract probably many of you saw at the Paris Banff meeting this past September. And right in the middle here, dual system for change tracking oral tradition amongst younger participants. Now, if you're changing stuff, why can't you just rely on the leaders, the older people, to keep track of the changes? Well, because maybe the changes you're making make them look bad, and they don't have much incentive to keep those facts. Whereas you, as a young person, can maintain this knowledge base as you work to make things better. Yeah, this is a picture of that medical student, Haba Mahal. And here are some of the other people who have helped me. Many of you have heard of the course that I teach on technology and the future of medicine. Something happened in 2015 that really raised the profile of that course, that I could never have done something like this. So Lisa Cook is the editor of the alumni magazine here at the University of Alberta, and she decided to devote an entire issue of the alumni magazine to the course that I was teaching, had been teaching since 2011. But of course, she had the resources of the whole university to do it with. So it was better written. It had much larger funding than I ever could have generated. And it contains more extreme ideas like the edible arm. I'm sure this is not something you think about very much. If you're out in the woods and you're hungry, there'd be